Hello, this is still day 2 of our experiment. We are after school hours, and I'll talk extra loud so you can hear me over this music. But anyways, we have another invasive species that we just found. Ivy here. Invasive species. It grows very quickly up plants, on ground, absorbing nutrients and cutting off the plants from sunlight. Eventually, this little itty-bitty plant here will grow up these trees, reproduce. That's how it gets up the trees. It will spread out also on the ground, as you can see clearly here how it's here, and it is moving over. It's moving over to find a new host, such as one of these trees to climb up so it can get sunlight. But right now it is at the bottom, and it will slowly go up. It will go fairly slowly compared to us, and but to it, it's very fast to other plants. Also, this plant here, don't know what it's called, but it's a vine. And that is an invasive species. You will have to Google it. But that's invasive species, you can see, because it's a vine and it's climbing up over dead things such as this. And it will eventually climb up it, and it will suffocate it to get more sunlight, and etc., etc. 2 invasive species.
Hello, my name is Josh Bowling, and I was the videographer for this ecology project. For the record, I want it to be known that we were never actually going to include all of the information needed for the project onto this video. We wanted to turn in the project in several different mediums, and since I like to do videos, I decided that my medium was going to be a video. We wanted to include a big visual aspect for our project, and this is the way we wanted to do it. A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but a video actually says all of them. So, I guess just sit back and enjoy. Alright, well, now that you've seen the video, you may be wondering a couple of things. First things first, about what happens when Carter goes off on a monologue. It looks kind of like he's ad-libbing, doesn't it? That's because, to some extent, he's on the spot, thinking it up. We're doing, like, everything in one take, and a lot of the stuff he says is true. Some of the stuff is inferences, but it does seem like he's ad-libbing or just making things up, but he was really trying. It was just a little hard for him. Now, the second thing you might be wondering is, why do I sound either high or dead during like half the video, half the time I'm on screen? That's just because that's the way I do things, and whenever I sound dead, that's probably because it is not one of the things that I'm narrating, or it's either something that I'm noticing or I'm narrating. It sounds like I'm high. It's probably because I'm agreeing with someone or making a comment. I'll usually just change voices for that. If you were just wondering that, that's why. Okay, the third thing you might be wondering, this is probably the last thing, was there really a spider web? Yes, it was a really big spider web. It stretched from one tree on one side of the creek to another tree on the other side of the creek, and it was a huge spider web, and it did have a couple of dead mosquitoes in it. It had a huge hole that you could stick your hand through. I did a couple of times after we cut the camera off, but yes, there was a spider web, to answer your question. Okay, now in grading my teammates, I would say I would give both of them probably a 9. Because it was pretty funny how Carter, he would pretend that he was a television show host almost every time he came on, and he would talk like he was talking to an audience, which was funny, and you know, he got the information that we wanted to have said. He got that, and well, Chris was often off working on his map, and I'm glad he was working so much on that. And as you saw, he got a little bit of screen time, but yeah, I'd give both of them a 9. I thought this project went well, honestly. Well, I guess all I can say now is thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the Ecology project.